Okay, so welcome to Treehouse meeting number 2 on November 21st, 2018. That'd be November 22nd for those in Australia. I'm one of your 4 hosts. My name is Aaron McDonald from A3 Creative Solutions. We'll do the host introduction as well, starting from Peter.
Well, I'm Peter Smith from Denmark with the company Genie Corp.
Catherine.
My name's Catherine Anderson and I'm from Sirocco Digital, and we're in Newcastle in New South Wales, which is in Australia.
And last but not least, Adam.
You're going to miss me. So I'm Adam Wilson from Logo Pogo, near Sydney in Australia.
Cool. So we have actually a special meeting. So we're going to be running through just some simple topics at the start. But we have an exciting meeting because we do have the Treepl team here. Alex and I think Vlad and Alexi are here as well. So we'll intro those guys near the latter half of our Treehouse meeting here. And they have some pretty exciting stuff to discuss. So we're excited about that. So the 4 of us, myself, Adam, Peter, and Catherine. So we're just sort of running the Treehouse community. We are certainly looking for more help in various other avenues. As Treepl grows, so will the Treehouse community. So if anybody's interested in helping out, we're not sure what that looks like yet, but if anybody's interested in helping out, please direct message either of us or any of us on Slack. It's probably the best way to get a hold of us right now. So about Treehouse. So we are basically probably 80% BC community that have joined the Treepl community. And Treehouse is a nice little gathering that worked out so well during the BC Sampal days. And we decided to put a Treehouse group together, basically a team of Treepl people. So it's basically a community talking about new websites and new code snippets and things that you've done well or issues, and just be a community because it's been amazing so far. Working with a lot of guys on Slack, and if anybody's having an issue with something, people are quick to respond. So we're all in this together. We're all learning this new amazing program together. I know I've said this a few times. I keep having to go into BC every single day to do updates, and I'm starting to get so used to using Treepl now that I'm like, I forget what to do in BC. So I'm not sure if that's necessarily a good thing yet or a bad thing yet, but I'm certainly looking forward to getting all those sites off of BC. But the meeting today is about Treepl and what is happening. So feel free to listen in the background. If you are drinking, make sure you share with everyone. I'm not sure how that works from a digital perspective. If you are listening from the background, just mute yourself because we can hear every single cough and click and all that kind of stuff. So just if you do want to say something, just start talking and I'll shut up. If anyone wants to have a quick introduction, totally optional. I'm going to go silent for like a quick second if anybody wants to say hi. This is your opportunity. This is a community here. So. Hello.
Hi, I'm Lynn Punchin from Adelaide. Been working with Treeple Crew or co-productions for a long time, 10 years, something like that. So yeah, from Adelaide, just in Australia.
Nice. Good to have you, Lynn. Anybody else want to say hi? Come on, don't be shy. We're all friends here.
Hi, I'll say good morning from Australia. It's Megan Bennett here from Pixel Portal. We've got 65 sites still to move and migrate out of Business Catalyst. And I've just launched my first site on Treepl. So early days, but getting there.
Nice. How's been the migration so far?
Pretty straightforward. I really enjoyed working on the interface. I guess I've had some issues with 301 redirects, which the team are looking at for me now. So yeah, there's some issues with 301 redirects. So yeah, we're getting it sorted.
It's definitely a comfortable place to work in, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the console. It's very fast as well. BC when I go back into BC, I feel like it's clunky and slow. So yeah, Treepl's been great. Yeah, enjoying it. Thank you.
Anyone else want to say hi?
I'm Mary Blight from Perth, and I've got one site up on Treepl, which has gone well. We do our own custom templates for our clients, and it was just very easy to FTP all the code up. That was a simple site. The next site I'm working on, I'll be moving a BC site that has 4 or 5 simple web apps with Noongar language words on them. And that's my next project, and I have to try and get that site live by about the 20th of December. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and I've already got a couple of videos, one from Peter and one from Adam on how to do web apps. So thank you both very much, and I'll be working on that and probably asking lots of questions in Slack. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. All right. We love having so many Aussies in here. Oh, we have a little baby too. Pita has a baby there. I love it. It's the first Treeple baby. Awesome. Anyone else want to say something before we move on?
Tim here from Germany. I'm working on my first Treeple site now. It's a brand new client, no migration. I wish I could be faster on this, but I'm still working on a torturing big BC site, which is really doing my heading. Peter, by the way, thank you for the help. Yeah, I really look forward to switch over to Treeple because there's so much in this project, like this 500 item web app problem, which did my heading, which we're not going to have in Treeple. So looking forward to migrate the site and enjoy the future.
Nice. Thanks, Tim. Sorry, just real quick on the chat. Looks like some people are having some issues with speaking. Just if you're new to Zoom, there's a little mute button on the dashboard of your Zoom meeting. Just click unmute, and that's how you can start talking. All right. Well, we're going to keep going here. So we're just going to start off the meeting. We're going to review some of the sprints. Actually, the most recent sprint, 2.1, that was released on November 14th. So I'm just going to quickly go through a bunch of these things here. I'm just going to share my screen. Everybody can see my screen? Just give me a thumbs up if you see it. So good. All right, so let's get this out of the way here. Okay, so the recent sprint. So I know from the Treeple team, they were doing quite a bit of just infrastructure updates as well, and I'll let them speak a little bit more on this one here. But there was actually quite a few pieces that were actually done, which I've actually found quite useful right away. The duplicate function. So actually in the admin interface, right from the page or content template or custom module area, it's really easy to just duplicate the entire structure quite well. So you can do it from the template level, right from the page level. But I found it very useful on the custom module items so far. Also on forms, we have the ability to duplicate forms, which it's been amazing too, especially if you're doing a lot of layout adjustments within the form. It's nice having that duplicate option as well. The automation of sitemap. I'm not going to go too far into this, but just let you know that it is there under settings, sitemap, where you can actually generate your own sitemap and auto-generate the sitemap as well. You can set your own priorities, and the priorities are taken care of on the on the module page, or basically anything underneath the SEO tab here. You can set your SEO priority, and so that's your index priority on your sitemap XML file. Just a reminder to if you are using the internal sitemap to actually put your primary domain in here, or else your your rendering of your sitemap is not going to look so good. So if I regenerate this, it's going to do it without the domain name. So just make sure you put that in the in that area. Custom modules. So similar to BC, where we can actually add, edit, delete custom modules. And I think this is only available in the Pro plan right now, from what I gather. Yeah, Pro and Pro Plus plan. The FTPS, so those working in using FTP. If you are using FTPS, just make sure you set the encryption to explicit. It won't work as implicit. It only work as explicit. And show enabled disabled pages. This is I don't know. It's like the small little things that are amazing. But you know, being able to disable a page here, and you can actually see that it's disabled here. It's got the little eyeball, the no eyeball disabled. Sorry, it's a working site that a client's probably viewing right now going, where is my about page? It's gone. So those are kind of the recent sprints. We have some information about the workflows as well, but I won't go too deep into that one because I know Adam's put a whole bunch of things in the documentation about that, and it's also in Slack. Adam, did you want to discuss anything about documentation really quick, or give us an update on when it's going to be updated or if it's going to be updated?
Yeah, working really hard on that. So hopefully get some updates by the end of the week. So we've got to redo at least one video, and yeah, try and punch out a heap more videos on all sections. So still working on it. Cool.
Thanks. All right, so so this is the area of the meeting where we'd love to hear you know, the wins for the week, for the past 2 weeks. I know it's been a short timeline since the last meeting, but I know the Treeple team reached out to us because they love that we put this community together. They love that we're starting to talk amongst each other, and they're excited to show off some new things as well. So I think it's a great opportunity for anybody in the community that wants to show off anything to do it now. All right, silence. Well, you're in luck because I actually put something together, so just in case nobody wanted to show anything off. So if in case somebody does have something they want to show off and they want to do it at the end of the meeting, let's do it after that. So I'm not going to show off any new websites other than I am currently working on a brand new website for someone. It's not a migration, it's a brand new build, and so far the experience has been quite amazing. I actually share my thoughts on Slack, just from a technical dev point of view. But I just wanted to show you just a few things. One of the things I wanted to highlight, which I know is going to be fixed in the very near future, is being able to access the root level page for the custom modules. So let's say I have a custom module called careers. Well, by default, I have a careers root level page, thinking that I should be able to access that. Unfortunately, right now I cannot, but I know they're working on this, and it shows an error has occurred. So until such time, I've actually been using the blog content module, and I've actually found it quite useful. Because I can actually style the root level page. And I just wanted to show you really quickly because I have this site that I'm working on right now that has 3 different sort of aspects of a blog or a news. One that's called news, one that's called case studies, and then another one called press release. So basically what I've done is I've created 3 blogs, or 3 various types of blogs, each with its own label.
He's sharing this right now.
Oh, jeez. I should probably share my screen while I'm doing this, right? It's like I'm talking in midair here. All right, so back to this. So custom blogs, the root level pages, I have the ability to actually style these root level pages, versus the custom modules, I cannot style the root level page because I get a little error that says error has occurred. Okay, so hopefully I haven't lost anyone. I'm not going to go into too much technical, but I just wanted to show you how powerful even just the blog is. So again, 3 blog types. Once you go into the actual layout views, because I have the ability to access each of these blogs now. So for case studies, there's your root level right there. I can actually add blogs that are just relating to case studies on the case study page. Exactly with blog and news, I can just output that way. So I can achieve this by running a little bit of Liquid, by defining the the blog ID, and I can actually output the module blog post based on item categories, and then I set a sort order of either news, press release, or case study. And I'll show you how what I did here. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing here? Somebody say yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
thanks. Good. Okay, so in blogs, what I've done is I've created categories. So those categories that you saw previously, I'll just open up another tag here. 1 second here. So these categories right here, oops, where are we at here? Right here, sort order. These are categories, and which is showing right here. So I've created my own sort of custom categories. These tags I've created on their own as well, and so this is what's outputting here. But just because this isn't, we just need to take note that there's some discussion about moving categories at a global level. So if anybody's using this categories right now and it's distinct for each module or blog, you're going to have to adjust it for the global setting as well. Because right now I can create news, press release, case studies, and blogs, but they won't show up in custom modules if I've created any of them until they've actually set categories as global. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Tags will be relevant to the actual module that you're in, but I think they're going to be discussing that a little bit later. So anyways, I get all that in there. I know that it's outputting based. So if the page is X page ID, output that content. So now that I have the ability to go in and output content specific to this page based on the URL up here, I can also style up here and disregard my styling. This is a work in progress. I can now actually use, because I'm using the list, I can actually output based on, so I can do a, I can change up this based on what item categories they're in. And so it just gets very robust. You can actually do so much more. But I wanted to show you what I did on the home page, because this is, I don't know, it's one of those small little things that are so awesome when you figure it out. So what I did on the home page, because this is driven from the same blog, I have blog. I wanted the most recent featured to just show up here. So that's easy enough to do. You can use a limit and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't want that same first blog article, because this is being outputted incrementally from the first blog article down. I didn't want that first one to show up here, so I'm offsetting it to the second one here. So I'll just show you real quick here. So in order to achieve that, I actually had to run a for loop, a blog for loop. And if anybody's watching this and they're a super dev and you see anything out of whack, just you can shame me after. This is how I did it here. So. So the first blog is the very top, and I have this one right here, and I have a limit of 1 and a limit of 1. So it's only going to show the one blog article. For my footer, I have the same thing, but I've offset it by 1. So using Liquid Offset, I can offset it so it jumps to the second post. And because if I actually had the limit at 4, which I don't want, I'd be missing 1 from the bottom here. Oh, I probably should hit save, but I'm not really messing it up. So I just wanted to show you how powerful these blogs can be, because you can actually, again, you can style it, you can separate it based on different categories. With Liquid, you can make it output a whole bunch of different really cool things. The fact that we have the ability to basically grab as much data from the JSON data from the modules and the apps is absolutely amazing. And yeah, that's just wanted to show you all that. So hopefully I didn't bore all of you guys here. Anybody needs any helps with snippets or anything like that, I'd love to share them with you as well. So okay, so if anybody else has anything they want to show, any websites they want to show off, right now is a good time to do it. Otherwise, I'm going to hand it off to the Treepl team.
Aaron, we had a site go live last week, and just to share the experience of the clients, they found the back-end editor clunky with regard to images, and I know that's going to be changed, but the power of the nice editor just blew them away. That really set the whole system apart from everything else. And they're quite happy and find it easy to work around all the modules. So yeah, been a big difference to BC. So big kudos to Alex and the team.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Without further ado, unless somebody jumps in,
Can I make a comment?
Alex. Well, you guys all know Alex. Come on. Oh,
Could I make a comment?
We have someone that wants to say something. Yay. Who is that? Oh, Dean.
It's Dean. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Just relating to the nice editor. Does anyone know how we can manage backups of any client edits, convenient backups? Does anyone have a system? Because BC had their restore. Now, once we start letting clients fiddle with pages, things can change and break. Even if they go into the back end and use the editor or the nice editor. What system are people using? And I don't know, we might be missing something. Has Treepl got a backup system? Oh.
There's a print there to read it.
Okay. Does anyone have any? I'm just being told by someone in my office here that Treepl does have a backup system coming.
This morning, it's brand new this email.
Right.
So tell them it's fresh out of the press.
Sorry, Dean. I don't. Me personally, I don't have any backup. I've only got 2 sites live yet, so I haven't. And they're small, basic sites. So I haven't been too concerned about that. But for sure, that's going to be a warranted concern because I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah, like Greg was mentioning that his clients are really happy with editing. Are you happy with the way if they, break something or have you got a backup method, Greg?
No, and I do cringe. I am just waiting for the day. I mean, I just take regular FTP downloads and store them locally, but I'm waiting for first the Treepl backup facility and secondly, hopefully we'll see some sort of rollback function like BC had.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. No, look, it was just I have just been informed that there is an archive and rollback in a future. I'm just reading it now. A reply to a Treepl support request we put through yesterday. I'm just reading it now. They say we currently don't have the feature, but are planning to implement it in future. As for automatic backups, they are also not available right now, but we make a backup of each site for each of their releases. Okay. So that was just a support message from Treepl last night. Yeah, because we had that query. Anyway, so that was just a query I had regarding that.
Cool.
Can I also ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
So while I've got the microphone, is anyone having trouble or challenges not being able to use an HTML editor, a code editor, and upload, so with FTP, so with templates? So we're needing to develop within the Treepl ecosystem and in using their code environment, which is limiting. Is that what everyone else is doing? Just, or are they copy pasting from a code editor?
I'm still using Dreamweaver, and you can FTP up really easily from there. You do need to rearrange your files a little bit to match the new Treeple setup. So
But you can't upload
that's gone really
templates.
well for me. No, you can't upload templates, so I work on them in Dreamweaver and then I copy and paste the code.
The copy paste method, yeah.
And I just get it finished in Dreamweaver first. I am looking for a substitute for Dreamweaver though, because we do fluid grid layouts, and that's only supported in Dreamweaver up to the 2014 version, and it's really buggy now. It just crashes and freezes all the time. It's very frustrating to work with. So I'm looking to get onto something else entirely and just move away from Dreamweaver. I pretty much know all the code anyway, so I can just copy and paste the code, but I'm looking for something that has code hints or indents or colours stuff, so it's just easier to see if I've missed a closing div or something like that.
So obviously that's clumsy and awkward. We've sort of brought it up with the Treeple team so that we could have automatic FTP of templates and other files. We find that's quite critical. We're always developing templates.
Dean, I can see that in the master plan, in the Treeple master plan for version 4 in March.
Okay, great. Which is March, yeah.
Content templates, snippets, forms, custom module layouts, email templates, basically everything we need.
Great. Okay. Oh,
Just
thanks, Tim. Yeah, I know.
I wish it would be sooner. I'm doing the same, like copying and stuff, you know, just like Mary.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're just getting by. I know we're being patient. That's all. Yeah. All right. No, that was all.
Cool. Well, thank you for that. So we're gonna pass the mic over to Alex and team. Alex, it's all you, bud.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Great. This is Vlad, by the way. You all know Vlad, I guess. Vlad has been working with BC for 8 years, 9 years. So yeah, and he's been directing the whole development of Treeple CMS. Well, let me go to my presentation really quick. Well, first of all, I would like to say thank you to all the Treeple partners, everybody who joined us. It's been, when we announced version 1 in 4 months ago, and most of you guys have joined us 4 months ago in this week of July, the last week of July. And we want to thank every partner for this amazing journey. And we would also like to thank the contributors who gathered this meeting as well and do the documentation, public backlog moderation and stuff. So thank you guys. It's been amazing. We hope to deliver more and bring you more stuff with Treeple CMS. Here are the things that we're going to talk about in our presentation. So I'll remind the goals for version 3 we have, and so we have a clear picture. Then we have a special for Treeple partners. It's been announced in the public backlog. We have a new changes coming to public backlog moderation and voting process. Support for partners. We have some update in that. Master plan and priorities. We're going to discuss certain things there. Migration challenges, strategy and opportunities. We would like to share with you where are we going next and what are our ambitions basically as a platform, as a SaaS platform. Special for trial users and Q&A. So let me remind you the goals for version 3. I posted that in the video in the beginning of November. The first one is migrations. We want to make them seamless and profitable. So that's why we're tracking your progress with migrations, whether you migrate yourself or with us. We're tracking and asking you how does it go with your end client stuff. We want to, during the version 3, we want this ball rolling and make it active, basically. The second goal for version 3 is refinements to existing modules that we developed in version 1. So we carefully look for the feedback that you guys get, and we want to improve the feedback process, and we want to do the refinements and make enhancements to the existing stuff. And we want to do a lot of SEO improvements. That's a very important part, and we've been really careful in that department. Third is better community management, communication between our team and partners, and support and community support improvement on our end. Now let's go to special for partners. So right now, oh, here it is. This is a new template that's coming to Treeple CMS within the next release. This is for digital agencies. It has tons of stuff, but the coolest thing is it's Foundation 6.5, and it's using Fun Awesome. It's going to be nice compatible. So this is something that partners have requested you guys like to work. Some of you I know enjoyed working with Foundation. So this is coming on Wednesday in a week. We do need to know at some point, we need to find out whether you guys want the new templates, like entirely new templates, or existing templates to be updated with the new models. And we also like to know whether you want the templates to be like that are targeted towards a certain niche, or are they all in one? They should be all in one, having all kinds of layouts and be universal. So this is some conversation to have probably in a public backlog in Slack. Another special we have is, it's not it, we have, if you go to in process tab right now, we have some bonus features that are coming to in the version 2.2, and the first one is the extra slash at the end of URL. This was vital for you guys, and we're gonna fix this in this sprint. Advanced URL redirects, and thanks Megan for pointing out certain things that we missed, like for external URLs. So that thing is coming in the current release as well. And there are some details here. Please check them out. And the image manager in the WYSIWYG editor. That's what I guess important for your end clients. And again, this the cool thing. Well, we'll share about this feature from in the very beginning. Next day after BCOL announcement, we had that BCSN file, and I have pointed out that the solution that we want to work on for us, one of the primary goals was the adaptation for the partner and for the end client. It's super great to hear your feedback that when you come to Treeple from DC, it really looks like an upgrade, you know, and it's easy to work with, and it's familiar. This is super great feedback. It means that we're hitting our goal. And also the adaptation for the end client is very important for us as well. So that feature was basically based on the feedback that we got from you guys, that your end clients really need the image manager in the WYSIWYG editor, like it was in BC. Well, we're adding this in this release. The Zoom thing, it really misses. It should have like a button where you click on it and there's like a round of applause or something, so you get satisfied, and then you then you get. Okay, so let's move forward. Public moderation and voting. Okay, this is going to be very, very interesting. As a team, we have a problem. Any team that creates the software, any kind of software, they always have this problem, and everybody tries to sell to solve that problem their own way. And that problem is called guessing. So basically, we always guess whether the feature that we should work on is really needed and is going to be used. And we watched a whole bunch of webinars, read books about it when we built the template platform back in the day. And that's really a major thing. Treehouse meeting #1 was a huge milestone for us. Everybody in our office has watched that. Some people watched it several times, and it will be our tradition to watch every Treehouse meeting recording with the whole team. So we need to know, we want to build this connection between team and community so team knows exactly what is needed. Another thing that helped us with this problem was public backlog and its moderation by the community, the likes, votes, and that stuff, the comments in Slack, that really helped us. But we want to move forward with it because the less we guess, the faster we deliver. And the better satisfaction, more satisfaction as you guys get. So together with Peter and after some internal meetings we had, how we can improve that. Well, first of all, we would like to encourage you to continue the Treehouse meetings. This is something that really helps us. And on the public backlog, we want to do some interesting changes. Now, let me go to the website. Every Treeple partner, we created an account for you right now on the Treeple Core website. So we have a secure zone now. Let me log in on the test account. I'll share a little later how you get to your own account. Oh man. So now instead of likes, you're not going to be able to abuse public backlog anymore. Instead of likes, you're going to be able, we are controlling the number of votes. So when you log in and you go to all, you see you have 3 votes. So basically you go through the items and you click these like buttons and you get your votes subtracted right from here. So whenever the item is added to in process or delivered, you get 1, and you have a vote for it. You get vote back, so you'll get 1 vote to vote for other features. So the experiment with likes, it was an experiment that really helped us out. Like every 2 weeks before we sit down, when we sit down before the next sprint, we look through the backlog. We look through what's voted for, and we look through the new tech. So this whole process will really help us to improve this voting system and will help us to see what's exactly partners need. We're also going to see who's not voting. And we're going to send Aaron the report, and he's going to follow you up. Okay, Aaron agrees. Okay, so how do you get here? So we took the email account of every partner, and we created them in. By the way, this whole voting feature is done in Treeple CMS with custom modules. So you go to login and you click forgot password, and you type in your partner email, and you create a password, and you just get in, and you're able to do the voting. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll be able to respond in Slack. Also, in the public backlog, we have let me show you. We have the comment section, so you guys can comment on certain things. The way that it's going to work right now, we discussed this with Peter, is when you create When you submit a new ticket, a new request, please do this through the forum. It will also appear in the Slack channel, in the backlog chat in the Slack backlog channel. So for other partners to participate and to discuss and give their feedback. And after the feedback, Peter will basically refine the description and add it and make it public, so other partners can vote for it. I hope it's not too complicated and you guys are going to use it. We ask you to send all the requests from the submission form because it's going to save us and Peter a lot of time in moderating the public backlog. And please provide screenshots and stuff. This was really, really helpful. As much info as you guys give us, the more info you give us, guys, really, the more understanding we have, and the faster the feature will be delivered. Because sometimes when the description is blurry, we have to find an author. We have to ask other partners for the feedback. We need to get more details because we don't work with end clients. You guys do. So we only guess how you work with them. So if you bring us the actual experience, the actual details, that will really help us out. Also, you can, when you log in, let me log in again. Oh, God. This is... the partner directory page, Treeple Partners directory. You probably noticed that some partners have description, some have a lot of description, and you probably want to add your own description as well. So now when you go to edit profile, you actually can edit your information at description to the partner directory info for each of your company. Yes, let's move forward. Okay, I want to make sure I got all the notes. Do we have questions? I'll go through the questions really quick just to make sure that I'm...
Alex, are you following the master question sheet or the chat room?
The chat room.
Okay. Maybe we should say this to the end and then we'll go through the questions all together because I think Donna's logging in the question on the master question sheet.
Okay, so we can do the questions in the end, right?
But I do have one quick question while we're on the public backlog part. So the discuss commenting. So we want to give it that extra little boost. We put the comment in that area. Is that the plan for the discuss comments, or how is that? Discuss comments?
I don't understand the question. Yeah, there's a discuss plugin that we added to every card, so you can discuss, put comments in for every item and discuss it in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Did I answer your question?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, let's move forward.
Sorry, can I just
Treeple CMS support. Look, we as you know, we have the support through only Slack and email, and our focus has been a lot on the development and for the version 1 and the version 2. So in the version 3, we decided that we will work in that direction, and we researched numerous tools and possibilities how we can organize the support. So in the best thing that we found, it was right near. It's actually code production dashboard. All of you have used that at least once. So it's a system that we use in code production for managing all the projects, all the commercial projects. So starting Wednesday, you'll be able to you'll be able to create new tickets, real tickets like you did with BC through the code production website. When you log in, you're going to see this tab, Treeple support, and you're going to see these are all your tickets. This is a list of the tickets that you will have, and you'll have the statuses and all the data, and you'll be able to create new ticket right through here. So that's coming with the current release. You'll have all the information, all the history of all your tickets, and plus, if you need any help from code production team, you can always request that through here and keep everything in one place. We do have the development support as a separate service. We do have the prepaid hourly packages we launched just recently, so now it's all in one place. Okay, so also Treeple Forum. So this is the thing that some of you have requested, and it does totally make sense. We researched certain platforms that we want to use for the forum. So it's going to be forum.treeple.co. But we wanted to discuss these platforms with several partners that are the biggest contributors to the community. So we would like to, together with them, to find the very right platform and launch it. Our plan is to launch it sometime in December. So if you have any ideas, please let us know. We really, you know, as with Adobe, it's outdated. Get a lot of content in there, and it's really hard to migrate it later to the newest platform. We don't want to migrate our forum after we migrate from BC to Treeple. It's just too much migration. Okay, let's move forward. One thing I would like to clarify about the master plan is we have March 26, 2019 for version 4. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to deliver all of this stuff on March 26 exactly. It means that we will gradually deliver stuff, and that's why we need your involvement in the public backlog. The number one thing that we're going to work on is payable events. Is creating events that you can pay for. So after that, we're really going to look at the public backlog and how you guys react. What do you really vote for? So e-commerce, it may come next, or it may come closer to March. So really based on your activity and based on your feedback. I hope this clears things up a little bit. Okay, now strategy and opportunities. Now this is the largest subject. As I mentioned earlier, our plans go way beyond building just the BC replacement. You guys are overwhelmed with migrations and a lot, but I mean, this is your major problem right now, I think. But I would like to share some insights on where are we heading after the migration issue is resolved for you partners and yeah. So I have created some statistics, brought some statistics for you that we use. This is a total number of active sites in the internet right now as of October 2018. So we have 192 million plus websites, active websites right now in the internet. And this is the chart of top 10 CMSs that are majority of these 192 million sites are built using some sort of a CMS. Now, these are the top 10 CMSs that are available in the world right now. And as you can see, WordPress is the #1. The good thing is that there's no perfect CMS, and there are reasons for that. So this is the chart. Here in the brackets, you can see the starting date of every CMS. For Bittrex is the newest, and it's in fact it's created in the nearby where we are. location-wise, but it's not really a CMS. It's an enterprise solution that includes building websites feature, and it's available only for Russian-speaking world. So this is not a common CMS that is available for everyone and will work for everyone. The rest are pretty much the mainstream. But the interesting factor is that if you look at the dates, all of them are 10 years old or even older. Now, the question that we ask ourselves, and will ask you as well, is how did the web change during these last 10 years? How did the Google ranking requirements change? So, and this is a really important, big question. So I'd like to share, oh, by the way, these are 6, I've been in the CMS business for 12 years now. And we've been working as a team with 6 CMSs, like commercially. So we had commercial projects that we worked on for our clients using 6 of these CMSs. So we have an idea of what they do and what they don't. It was in different times, but we have a very wide understanding. And we chose BC for various reasons. So these are the 5 things that we keep in mind that I hope will be beneficial for you when we build CMS, Treepl CMS. This is things that we discussed with Vlad, with our system architect, when we started to build Treepl. First thing is maximum SEO capabilities and social media integration. This is a huge competitive factor, and we want Treepl to be the best SEO friendly platform, the most SEO friendly platform. SEO beast, how we call it, and we have it written down. Treepl has to be SEO beast. Next, second thing is GDPR compatibility / better sensitive data management. So we want to, I know that there are a lot of CMSs and platforms have that challenge right now. Since they didn't know it's coming, they didn't consider that in the very beginning. So now they have some very serious problems with the system, with how they would rebuild their databases and stuff. This is really major. Third is ability to build functionality that allows users to interact with each other. Social networks, forums, marketplaces. So this is very, very something that is very needed right now, and people really want to build communities on their websites, build websites around certain communities. Fourth is content editing experience. This is one of the reasons why we added nice to the version 2 of Treepl CMS. This is a very early version. It's just version 1, but it has, it does all the bases. So we can add on top of it. So content editing experience, we think, is very vital. Yes, people got used to WYSIWYG editor, but we think this is, this is common for older CMSs. And we want to add, we want to have something, we want to move forward, and we want to develop nice editor and give much better editing experience to the end client, not just the agencies who provide the development, but to the end client as well. And the fifth item is security. So this is something that's very important that we really emphasize a lot here internally. I hope this gives you some idea and a broader picture. By the time we reach the point when we, by the way, based on this data, my understanding is that there are some great opportunities for Treepl partners that we see. Besides the new sites builds, I think the huge opportunity is to upgrade from older CMSs, these 10 CMSs that we have just presented. So please keep that in mind. By the time when we reach the point when we replace Business Catalyst, so we planned for this to be in March 26th. Our goal for the Treepl CMS to become a highly competitive CMS for top 10 world leader systems. That's what our goal is right now. And we have very great wide vision for the add-ons and in that direction, API integrations as well. Okay, we're approaching the end. We have a last little special for trial users. Well, thanks a lot. First of all, thanks a lot for being interested in the system and to playing with it. We've seen some pretty big sites created by trial users. We do have a special for you. We do have, if you become a Treeple partner now, and you can get you will get the $1,000 migration credit, and that ends on November 30th. That's our Black Friday deal. The migration credit doesn't expire. You can use it whenever you want before March 26, 2021. And our goal, this is the last time, this is important. This is the last time we're offering a migration credit as a part of the partner program fee. Please be aware of that. And I personally think this is the best time to become a Treeple partner. Please look at the sites that you have with Business Catalyst and the possibilities of Treeple CMS. Most likely, Treeple's current functionality already covers half of the sites you are still hosting with BC. And I would also like to remind you, the trial users, that if you signed up for trial before November 1st, your account will expire on November 30th. Okay, so we're good for Q&A, and I think we have some questions from the last meeting that we needed to answer, and whenever you guys, Aaron, you want to do that?
Yeah, for sure. Let me just get into the documents here. 1 second here. Apologies, I thought I had it. I only have this week's meetings in here. 1 second. Okay, so Alex, maybe it'd be better if you stop sharing your screen just for a bit.
Sure.
Perfect. Cool. I'll share my screen here. And first off, thanks, Alex and team. That was awesome. I know I'm super excited. I know everybody's excited. Just can't, yell when one person's talking, right? So that's why we didn't all yell.
I was joking.
I can sing if you want, but you just don't want to hear that. So, okay, sharing screen now. Okay, so yeah, comments from last meeting. Sorry, Alex, for some reason the file that you and I worked on together, it didn't save. So maybe this is it here. But there was a question last about MailChimp, the timeline for MailChimp. We're looking at December 26th, and it's part of that sprint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Question, are we able to pay by credit card? You had mentioned right now PayPal is currently only available. So this is pay by credit card for your paid site, your paid client site.
Yeah, and you can pay with a credit card through PayPal.
But I think you were going to look at the option of Stripe potentially.
We do. We can add it to the backlog and have you guys vote for it, but is that, like, we need to know, is that a big issue? We really need to know how big is that, because if we add Stripe, we move something else. We move some other feature. Yeah. So I think that's why we want
myself, and I don't speak for anybody else. I think it's not a huge feature because you can still pay. I think it's people wanted the points on their credit card. I think that was the biggest topic there. So, but I think you can pay using PayPal's credit card system. So I don't know. Put that in the voting room. Maybe that'll get some thumbs up or thumbs down. Who knows? Moving on here, why there's no image option in the WYSIWYG editor, which has been addressed today. So anybody that's late joining, it is going to be available in the next sprint. Is that correct?
In this sprint.
Sorry, this upcoming sprint.
In a week.
Yeah. So 1 week. Are they working on e-commerce at the moment in the background?
We are working on some major background stuff that relates to e-commerce, definitely, and the payable events.
Cool. I was told to skip number 6. I don't know why it's not. Okay. Accessing the code would be great for galleries. We need to replicate BC Lightboxes for many sites. I'm not sure what that was about again, but accessing the code would be great for galleries.
Okay, galleries is a good topic, and we hear a lot of pieces of information on how you guys want it to be. We really need one great card. Hopefully, Peter's going to help us, and please send more info so we get exact description on how you guys want it to work, because we have some certain ideas and on the layout, on the default layout and things like that. But these are our ideas, so we'd like to hear all of your ideas and see them, add to it from what we have, and develop it.
Cool. Yeah, I think the question was sort of a generic module for galleries where, where you can just dump a whole bunch of photos in and you can select maybe a grid layout or a masonry layout or something strange like that. I think that was the discussion if I was looking at it further. I'm not going to get into too much more technical stuff because I think a lot of what you asked was answered already. Oh, the booking paid sites, did we get a proper invoice? You had mentioned that you guys are working on getting a proper billing invoice to us, right?
Yeah, I already have the design. So it's coming in most likely in the next release. Yeah, I doubt it's going to be in this release. It's just too late. But most likely in the next release.
Okay. So Alex, these are the, you can see my screen, right?
I do.
Okay, so these are the questions coming from the chat room from today. So maybe you can answer these ones as we go through. And
sure. Custom modules, will we be able to simply set the path multiple URL directories deep, or we will have to nest module not? Yeah, we need an example, Reagan, on the number 1, please. If you could write it down, maybe, and we can get back to it.
it might be, maybe just send it by Slack or by direct message. We can elaborate further as the chat goes on here.
Yeah, URL manager suggested by Alex will become engineer. Any previews on how the form this will take? Well, I think some of the URL fixes are coming in the next sprint, some vital, some important stuff. So for the rest, again, we're collecting the feedback. So that SEO tag in the public backlog, this is something that we really scan. And Catherine helps us a lot, giving us feedback on how certain things should work. So I guess we need more feedback, and then I have more details how it's going to look. Links to web app videos. I mean custom modules, right? Can you give an example, Steve?
I was just mentioned that I think Peter from Genie-Core had done some videos on the custom modules. Mary's going to send me the link to them anyway, so that's just.
Oh, these the links to tutorials, basically, from Peter, right? Yeah. Okay, well, Peter, can you send the video, please?
Yeah, I'll send the video, and I think Adam did one with web apps as well for Mary. So yeah.
Thanks.
Should we start a new channel in Slack called Web Apps? I don't know. Well,
no, we need to stop calling it Web Apps.
Web Apps in Treeple Slack. That's I mean, maybe.
Okay.
We should get more feedback, I guess, on that question. I hope the forum thing will bring, will help out with the with discussions and stuff, because they will remain in open format. Customer submitted custom module items from the last sprint. Couldn't find the edit template. Am I missing something? Yeah, there is no edit template, but you can use additional detail layout and then paste the edit form that can be reached via the toolbox. As you can see, toolbox generates the form and it relies that you will paste it either to list layout of that module or to some detail layout, and it will work because it uses this object as source for properties.
I think for this one, it might be good to get some info off to Adam to maybe get on the documentation site. Does that work? Or just some intro documentation?
Yeah. Work for us. I hope it works.
Documentation would be nice. I'm using that a lot, and I couldn't find a way to try it out with a new sprint.
Tim, I just played around with it today, so if you need any help, just hit me up on Slack or Facebook or anything. I'll give you a quick tour. It's very easy when you get a hang of it. It's quite the same as in BC.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Peter.
Is there a resource for liquid code? Well, there is a link, yeah, in
where is it? Oh my God. I'll go to my other part. I know for me, I've been using this one quite a bit. So under docs.treepl.co, Adam's put an awesome job of putting it all together here. So you got the Shopify documentation, and the stringtime.net, which I use quite a bit too. But this has got literally everything that you need, including a lot more than what BC was offering. So.
Okay, great. Can we move forward?
Yeah.
Can you open those questions, please?
Yeah, sorry, I just want to get this in here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, we'll get that in the notes as well. Okay.
New voting system, the trial partners users get a vote. Unfortunately, no. Only Treeple partners are able to vote for the features. So we have 3 need votes and 3 want votes. I don't know. That's a question. We could probably add like really want. That's a question. It's a discussion we should have maybe with. We need to see how this system works, because liking thing was an experiment and it proved to work. It really helped us. So we will see how this system works and how people use it, and maybe add things. Treeple e-commerce web payment gateways. Well, we're definitely going to start with payment gateways that are most popular in BC. So it's going to be Stripe, PayPal in the very beginning. The first version will be Stripe and PayPal, that's for sure. And then we will look at the public backlog and see how people, will ask and request and discuss and vote for the new payment gateways to be added. So we really want to adjust to the needs, the current needs of the community. Can you discuss plans for the API? You mean like the extra that you will pay for the API integration? That's the question, Scott? I think we have.
He's on the channel, but maybe it's to do with the price per API connection, or what type of API connection. I'm assuming it's REST APIs.
So we are talking about the future API integration that's coming in version 4, right? Технически оно уже у нас есть. Надо вкалывать тоже. Да. Да? Ну, давай. Okay, basically, Treeple are built using the REST APIs, all the admin. So we already have the APIs, but we will make it open in version 4. We need to do some work in order to make it more public. We do build the stuff right now with using API integration, and we want to make sure that it works. So, and we just gonna open it in version 4, most likely in the very beginning. And yeah, so we're just gonna, the pricing is there on the hosting plans for resellers. It's $5, $10, $20, and $30 a month. So yeah, so that's how it's gonna, we're just gonna be added to your plan.
Alex, is everything going to be available by JSON, like all data?
That's a question for Vlad. Yes, basically REST APIs using JSON format. So okay. Absolutely. Is there some way to update items in the public backlog based on discussion if we have a better idea? Well, that's what we have discussed, I think. And Peter has full power of public backlog. Technically, he can go in and just remove everything or add a whole bunch of stuff. But we really trust him, you know, being listening to the community and stuff. So don't offend Peter too much. So one of the things, like I'll give you an example, Alex. You know, there was a card drag and drop for images inside the WYSIWYG editor. So we just removed it, but we kept it, and we created this image manager inside WYSIWYG as it was in BC. So that drag and drop thing was a workaround, so it's not needed there because we have a better idea it's coming. So I know it's kind of, you know, it's kind of a lot because we like give a lot of responsibility to the community and saying that, hey guys, you're actually responsible for what's coming in the priorities. We give a lot of responsibility to you as well. But I really think it's going to save both us and you a whole bunch of time and bring a whole bunch of much more satisfaction both for us and you. I'm a Treeple partner, but seems to be unable to log into the public backlog in order to vote. Do I need a separate login registration? Dean, you have to use your partner email, the one that you use to log into your partner portal. If something doesn't work, email us at support@Treeple.co and we will troubleshoot this for you. Exposed migration fees. Oh, I forgot to tell you about that. Sorry. I actually forgot one thing, one whole if you go to migration calculator, you need to log in, and you're not even able to click in any of the fields. So those prices are not public anymore. You have to register. We do have registration just for regular users, and that only use the migration calculator. And we will manually improve them after they get registered. So that should solve the problem for the end users to see the prices for migrations.
All right, we're gonna have to stop this just because we're running out of time here.
Sure.
We're at 15 minutes after the hour, so we'll have to finish the last question, number 15. Don, unless you got any more coming in, Alex, I'll let you answer that last one.
Sure. So custom modules, will we be able to simply set the path multiple URL directories deep? Oh, example is in Facebook channel. We need to go, is it a Facebook group, right? If it's there, we're just gonna, please send me a link in the chat. We're just gonna answer tomorrow in Facebook.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's
I think that's it for now. Alex, thanks a lot for joining in today. I know for us it was a huge milestone. I think you know, we have this Treehouse meeting, and now we have the key stakeholders involved now, which is great. I know, we certainly didn't have this in BC, so it's a huge help having you guys on board here, and just being able to answer questions like that right away is awesome. So hopefully you can join every single meeting. We'll just let you run the meetings because it's way better that way.
No. It takes too much time. We get distracted too much from delivering stuff.
That's right. Yeah, just focus on the backlog. That's all we want you to do now.
Actually, that's exactly how we want it to do. We really want the backlog to be one place that we look at, and we ignore all the stuff that is out of the public backlog. That's the dream come true for us.
Well, thank you. Thank you again. Just really quick on the closing comments. We had an amazing 30 people in the chat room today. So thanks to everybody that attended. I'm assuming most were a mix between paid and trial partners. Hopefully we had some new guys in here as well. Right now we're going to tentatively set the next meeting for December 13th. Just for now, we'll coordinate with the crew first to make sure that's it. But right now we'll pencil that in, as long as it works for myself, Adam, Peter, and Catherine. And we'd love to have you back, Alex, if possible, but maybe next meeting will be just us. Just a quick update on the Treehouse website. So we are starting the development next week, hopefully launch before next meeting. I know, like most of you, this is like the crazy crunch of projects that just seem to be popping up out of nowhere right before the holidays. So we'll do our best to get that thing up and running by then, but we're gonna do some questionnaires, probably Google questions regarding just some components of the site as well, but we will want to have some sort of sign up option so people can actually sign up and have their own little sort of area to grab some you know, I don't know, code snippets, because we should only let we should have it available for the paid partners only, especially if people are putting the time in to actually build out some proper code snippets, with the potential of, and Alex, we should probably discuss this at a later date, a potential marketplace for apps or something. That's another discussion. That's version 5. But also just moving forward with meeting registration, I think it's good, because I never know how many people are actually coming, because it said, I think, 25 in Facebook, and some gave thumbs up in Slack, but it'd be nice to have one central source where people are actually registering. And then we don't actually give that registration link until after somebody's actually been registered, similar to what they do at the Sandpile meetings as well. Even though at the end of the day, people still give out the links, but it'd be nice to have some sort of database of people as well. And we'll also post our past videos in there. So it'll be a work in progress. We'll get it going, and we'll send everybody a link. And that will be the central hub for getting, you know, even the meeting notes from the previous meetings. We'll post all that on there as well. So does that sound good, everyone? Good. So with that, I'm going to finish it off with some Beastie Boys in the background, and we are going to end Treehouse meeting number 2 here. And hopefully everybody has a great night or a great day wherever you're from, and we will see you next time.
Yep. Bye. Acaba de apertar, mas show that you do there is